Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. It is Thursday, February 20th, 2025, and my name is Jennifer Cotton. I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Midlothian, Texas, and that means I teach people how to make greeting cards, scrapbook pages, gift packaging, and more with stamps, ink, paper, and lots of cool tools. So, good morning and welcome. Thank you for being here. Whether it's your first time or you are coming back, good morning and thank you very much for being here. I just remembered I forgot to do something over here on Facebook, but welcome, welcome. Hello to Julie, and thanks for sharing, Julie, on over on YouTube. I'm going to share this real quick to my VIP Facebook group. Okay. And then first one here, Julie, Robin. Second one here, good morning, Robin. And good morning, sunshine to you. And Tyra, good morning, Tyra. Oh, good morning, beautiful ladies. Yes, yes. Ramona, good morning. Hope you're staying warm. Exactly, Ramona. Sue, good morning in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Second, Sue, good morning in freezing West Virginia. It is freezing in Texas this morning. It is, hold on. Too many notifications. Stop. 16 degrees in Midlothian, Texas right now, which for Texas, that is cold. I'm sure you guys might be colder in other locations. I know, right, Rosemary? Is it spring yet? Please, please let spring come on. Lori, good morning in Minnesota. Whopping 1 degree right now. Liked and shared. Thank you, Lori. 1 degree in North Dakota. In Minnesota. Why did I say North Dakota? Same thing, probably. Get my little space heater closer as well. So, yes, very cold in lots of parts of the United States today. I also it's not random, but I watch videos of people who stream from Disney parks because I'll be going to some Disney parks or Orlando parks soon. Anyway, and they were saying it was like they were cold there today and it was in the 50s. So, that's in Florida. Robin says it's 15 degrees up here in the north. She's like 1 hour north of me. Corinne, good morning. Pat, good morning. Linda, good morning in Idaho. Corinne, thanks for sharing. Awesome. Well, good to see everybody today. So again, my name is Jennifer Cotton. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator, and I've been doing that for 23 years now. So it is my full-time business. So thank you for watching the video because that does help me on both platforms, and also liking, subscribing, thumbs up. Let me show you how to like over on Facebook. You just click that little thumbs up or the heart or any of the other emojis there. On YouTube, you can close the live chat and click the thumbs up, and then you can go back. I found that out from another Disney streamer that helps push the YouTube video out while I'm live. If you close the chat, click the thumbs up, and then go back into the chat. But anyway, anything y'all do, any interaction does help me very much. So thank you, since this is my full-time job. And as a reminder, I will be adding timestamps to the video today in YouTube. They will be down below in the description. You will click more, y'all like my shirt, or show more. And then it'll open up the description, and later today I will add those timestamps, which will allow you to skip around to specific parts of the video. And then tomorrow I will add a link right over here to take you to my blog, which is stamptherapist.com. And that's where you can go to find out anything else you want to know about me, like anything but specials, my ordering specials, Stampin' Up specials. The cards I make on videos will be posted there. All the info, my events, everything. So check out stamptherapist.com. Linda in Mansfield, good day for bingo. Yes, we have bingo tonight. It is a good day for bingos because it's so cold. We don't want to leave our house. For Zoom bingo, we should say. Cindy, good morning to you. Becky, good morning. It's 24 degrees in Virginia. Yes, ready for spring temps and flowers, definitely. Corinne want the normal temps back to 60 to 75 degrees. Exactly. Hey, Pat, thanks for sharing. And Cindy, thanks for sharing. Awesome. Good to see everybody this morning. Facebook seems to be back working correctly this morning, so that's awesome as well. Okay, so I'm going to go into my events, and I do offer lots of events that anyone can take. Anyone in the United States can take the actual classes so that you'll get the packets mailed to you, and anyone in the world can take the tutorials only. My team will get the tutorials free though. So my events are going to include the PDF tutorial. Again, anyone in the US can order the class packets. We cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible unless otherwise stated in the description. You may need to own the featured bundle dies so you can cut those yourself. You'll cut your own designer paper or kit components if they are included with the fee. And again, you can get the tutorials only for all of my events, but my team will receive those for free. So I do have 4 classes every single month that anyone can sign up for. But you can also take them in person, and they happen on the same day and time every month. So the next ones will be March. I've got it written down here. I know. March 20th. No, March 22nd. Goodness, I couldn't find it. March 22nd is a Saturday in person, or mailed on March 24th if you take it to go. They are card class, scrapbook class, Stamp-A-Stack class, and sampler class. And the descriptions and what I'm using will come out March 1st or by March 1st. Oh gosh, I got a hot mess here. Here they are. Here's the card class from last month. You make 4 cards for $20 free with a $20 order. This is last month's class. Just to give you an idea of the kind of cards you might make. That was card class. 4 for $20, free with a $20 order. Anyone can take it. You do have to pay shipping for your packets on these classes, but these 4 can be combined and you can pay 1 shipping fee. So that's card class. The other 3 are classes that you can sign up to be a subscriber to or take the individual classes. When you subscribe, do I have a loose here? Or maybe just makeup not blended in. When you subscribe, you save $2 off the regular price. And after 6 consecutive months, you get a free gift from me. And what else? You get $20 in merchandise with these 3 clubs. So what are they, you might ask? First off is Scrapbook Club. You will make 12 by 12 pages. The traditional Scrapbook Club is, the club price is $30 a month. That is a discounted introductory rate because this is a brand new club. 2 pages, $20 in merch, and we do cut, die cut, punch, and emboss what we can, and you will stamp and assemble, as well as cut your own designer paper. PDF tutorial is included, of course. So that is that. I also have the workshop of the month, workshop kit of the month club, $52 a month. It includes a scrapbook workshop kit, plus sometimes some additional products. And with that, you make 6 pages a month designed by Stampin' Up. Okay, so any questions on these? Let me know. These are the pages from this past month for Scrapbook Club. You'll make 2 pages a month. So if you stay in the club, what is that? 24 pages a year. Pretty good. 12 by 12. And you have lots of leftovers to make more pages with. Or other projects, of course. It's time to get on those, keeping those memories. Print the pictures. Start saving the memories, writing down your journaling, all the stuff. Sherry, good morning. Tommy, good morning. Carmen, good morning. Bonnie, thumbs up and shared. Thank you, Bonnie. And V, good morning. It's from Southern California. Awesome. Okay, so that was scrapbook. Next up is wall art. Wall art. This is 12 by 12 art that you can frame. Like, I can't figure it out. This one here or this one here. That one's in a frame. That one's not. And this is the one from this past month. We used the Be Meant to Be bundle. Super cute 12 by 12 framed art that you can decorate your home with, your craft room. Where did I just put those other samples? Oh. I need to keep these all together. Your craft room, and they make a great gift for whatever, but they make a great gift if you need a little housewarming gift or a host gift, so to say. So wall art, again, the themes of all of these classes for March will be announced by March 1st because I don't know what I'm using yet. I just haven't had time to look. And you can join the clubs. These clubs, wall art is $35 for the club or $37 for non-club members. You will need to register for all of these clubs, join them, or take the single classes by March 16th. And then again, in person is March 22nd or mailed March 24th. If you have any questions, let me know. Stamp a Stack is the final one. Yes, that is cards, 8 cards, 4 designs, 2 of each. $35 for club members, $37 for non, includes over 20 in merch. After 6 consecutive months in any of these clubs, you get a gift from me, and you can cancel at any time. By the way, I forgot to say that. You don't have to stay 6 months. Some people have stayed 1 month. Some people have stayed since I started clubs years ago. So you can come back if you stop at any point as well. Okay. Here are the cards from last month. I think I never got to show these on a video, so I loved them. Memorable blooms with the perennial lavender designer paper. I loved how they turned out. Purple fans, there you go. But too late for this class. If you need that PDF tutorial, though, I can sell that to you. But my team will get that PDF free, and they made 8 cards, 4 designs, 2 of each. So join the clubs. You can go follow the links and join the clubs right now, up here in Facebook, down here in YouTube. You can also join my email newsletter right now, same places, and that will get you information sent straight to your email about my upcoming events. I have an email that goes out at 1 p.m. today talking about this video, wrapping it up, giving you links and information, as well as at the bottom links to upcoming events. So okay, coming soon on events. We just closed out a bunch of events, so thank you to everyone who registered for those, and more events will be coming soon. But the next one that will be coming the soonest is the Retreat in a Box. Although you can still register for the in-person retreat as well, but either way, you can take it to go or in person. But to take it to go, you're going to get 10 or more projects using the Mixed Media Florals suite. You'll get over $50 in merchandise, 10 or more projects, PDF tutorials, gifts, and a bag, a retreat bag that's exclusive to this retreat. So that is coming by March 1st, but hopefully sooner that link will be out, but just know it's coming. The retreat dates, the retreat is at the end of March, the in-person one. Therefore, the kit will get mailed at the beginning of April if you sign up for that to go. But don't forget, you can join us in person as well. But anyway, within the retreat, we always offer 2 optional add-on classes. I believe they're both going to be Stamp a Stacks of cards, but wait for the descriptions to come out. And April's class will use the beautiful butterflies, and mine will use the birthday celebration stuff. So, and I may add an additional stamp set to use. I haven't decided yet, but it will all be in those class descriptions. So just so you know, for to go, you can take, let me get the camera back on my face. You can take April's class only, my class only, retreat only, or mix and match those any way you want. So check that out when that link comes out. Just make sure you're on our email newsletter or on my email newsletter so you can get notified of the link. But in addition, you could join the Simply Spoiled Retreats Facebook group, and we post our links in there as well to all of these events. Okay, coming soon is a stamp camp with Jen and Jen. That's me, Jennifer Cotton, and Genevieve Coe from Canada. We will be having a stamp camp coming up with I just blanked out on the name. So let me look because it's completely blank, even though I know what it is. The bunny rabbit stuff. Very springy. Where is it? right here. We're going to use the Storybook Friends bundle and the designer paper and stuff from this suite, Storybook Friends. And there will be 2 optional add-on classes with that event as well. That one's all to go, no in-person component. And there's a Facebook party. It's lots of fun. So watch your emails for information on that coming soon. Okay. Retreats. I just talked about them. You can join us March 2025, March 27th through 30th in person in Temple, Texas. You will get an 8.5-foot table. You will have great lighting. You will have 10 or more make and takes, $50 in merchandise, a bag, gifts, meals, optional massage you can add on. You'll get to hang out with cool people, which is the funnest part, the most fun part. It's in Temple, Texas at Rockin' R. And what else? I had another. Oh, you'll get a bed to sleep in. Did I say that? A bed, and it might be upstairs. Don't forget, it might be upstairs. So, and then we also have a retreat coming up in August 2025 as well. So retreats in person are the best way to go because you get to hang out with the people. They're cool. They're fellow stampers like you. Let me catch up here. Bonnie, good morning. Thumbs up and share. Thank you very much. V, good morning. I think I said hi to you guys. Mildred in Carthage, Texas. Good morning. Corinne, thank you. Stella, good morning to you. Landa, good morning. Landa's over there cutting the otter class, y'all. She's cutting the otter class for you right now. Marlene, no problem. Good morning to you. Jackie, good morning. Carol, good morning. Love all the pink hearts. Carol must be Team Pink, y'all. I don't want to discuss how Team Purple beat Team Pink so bad. Mildred, good morning. Thanks for sharing. And hello. Cool. Okay. AK Gal. Thank you. I'm glad you got to hear about me on Patty's awesome. I'm sure it was awesome stamping cruise. Yes, my name's Jennifer Cotton, and I do crafting cruises as well. In fact, that's literally the very next thing on my list to talk about, and the last event for now. So April McCright and I do a yearly crafting cruise together. Everybody's invited. Next year, our cruise will be January 25th, 2026 on Harmony of the Seas out of Galveston, Texas. It is going to be, I don't know what I'm saying, but here are some pictures from 2 years ago because I still haven't gotten my act together and made graphics out of pictures from this year. But in fact, I think I distributed all my gifts and I forgot to take a photo like this that looks real nice. So whatever, I'll figure that out. But you're going to get a bunch of gifts when you attend our cruise. You're going to get to meet lots of cool people. You're going to get a bag, have an optional card swap, sometimes we have snacks in the crop room, get half of a table to crop on yourself, as well as class tables to use for the class project. So you don't have to pick and choose. You can leave all of your stuff laid out at the crop table and just take what you need over to the class table. So lots of space, in other words. Do I have another picture there? Nope. So that's our crafting cruise. You can sign up right now. And the links, again, info should be in both locations right now in Facebook and YouTube. But if it's not in Facebook, I'll add it later today. And Donna is AK Gal. Love it. What was I going to say? Links. Oh, to the cruise. Yeah, I said it. And then there will be a link in the email at 1 p.m. today as well. Also, don't forget that anyone can get our group rate for the crafting cruise. So you can bring as many people as you want, or tell your friends if they just need a vacation, they can get our group rate. They are not required to add on the crafting portion. So we would love to have as many people as possible using that group rate. So pass it on, and bring all the friends you want. Martha. Rosemary is telling Rosemary, not in Texas. Yeah, that's not our temp here. Good morning, Martha. Definitely interested in another crafting cruise. Awesome. Donna, we would love to see you there. So just let me know also privately if y'all need more information on anything today or anything I've talked about today. Okay, that's it for events. Next up is specials and stuff like that. So first of all, celebration ends in, my cat's freaking out. Depending on how you look at it, 8 or 9 days from today. It ends February 28th. Celebration is Stampin' Up's biggest sale of the year, including ordering specials, starter kit specials, host specials, so many things to take advantage of, but they all end in 8 or 9 days from now, depending on how you look at it. So first of all, it is your last chance to earn my celebration. This is a free event that anyone can earn from me. And there's 3 ways to earn it. What will the event be? It will be a free class where I mail you a class packet and then we get together on Zoom and I make the projects that I've designed for you and we play some games and you have a chance to win prizes. So you'll get a little packet from me in the mail. It's going to be in March or April, but if you cannot be present, don't stress because you will still get your packet as long as you RSVP with the link I email you out once you've qualified. And which I shouldn't say that. If you've already qualified, I haven't sent anybody a link. Don't worry, you didn't miss it. But once this ends, I will calculate everything and get you guys a link sent out to register. Okay, how do you earn it? You can place orders totaling $180 or more throughout January and February 2025. So if you need to know how close you are, let me know. I intend to check on everyone. I've just been slammed and haven't done it. It's on my to-do list every day and it doesn't get done. So if you need to know how close you are on your orders, let me know. They have to be placed through me, obviously, not you as a demonstrator or through other demos. Number 2, have a qualified party that is gathering friends together. And if we collect 150 or more in orders, you'll get to earn the free event. And number 3 is join my team, become a part of my Stamp Therapist family, my Stampin' Up family, and enjoy lots of perks. Okay, so that is my celebration. You can still earn it through February 28th. Now, of course, celebration perks from Stampin' Up are going to end February 28th. Also, they are, sorry, that's just another graphic of earning this free event from me. So take it in, screenshot if you need to. Okay, celebration, free gift with each $60 and $120 spent. No limit. Get as many gifts as you want. They added new gifts February 4th. The alphabet dies did go on back order, so you're not going to be able to get those probably. But everything else so far, knock on wood, right now you can get. The stamps are back, all the stuff. Host a party of $300 or more or place a single $300 or more order. Get $66 in free merchandise minimum instead of $36 normal. So that's a great deal. And of course, join my team and receive free bonus items. What are those bonus items, you might ask? Well, through February 28th, for only $99, you get to pick 125 of any current merchandise you want, plus, and you get a past paper pumpkin kit, plus either 2 sets of Stampin Write markers and the free Handmade Designs exclusive stamp set. That's a $91 value, or add $30 more in products, so $155. Total value, if you select A, the markers and stamp set, that's about a $286 value with tax and shipping here in Texas for $99 plus tax. Or option B is about a $213 for $99 plus tax. As you can see, either way, you're getting about double the value of what you pay or more when you join right now. Also, you'll get to be part of my team, which could mean nothing because you don't have to do anything, but you can take advantage of things like joining our team Facebook group, team monthly gatherings, recognition, challenges, swaps, cheap make and takes, all kinds of stuff in the team. So, hey, Seal, good morning. So just let me know if you have questions about that, but I am going to talk more about it today in the video. I'm going to see if I can point my camera down a little bit. I literally put over here on this table, this little rolling table, everything you can choose from Celebration. It's a lot. Well, not these paper pumpkin kits, but, and not that. All these stamp sets, kits, more things that I didn't gather, punches, dies, all kinds of stuff. Designer papers, card kits, 12 by 12 designer papers. There is a ton of stuff to pick from. Everything that's in the brochure, the little black and pink, y'all notice they put pink first, brochure is exclusive, so most likely those items won't be available in the future, so you have to get those while you can get them during Celebration, or that's my recommendation anyway. But if you have them all already, or you don't want them for some reason, you got even more to pick from, except for that alphabet right there. Even more to pick from, and that's what this one graphic was here. Ends February 28th, and these items are considered while supplies last. So don't delay. Don't delay. You've got to get those ASAP, just in case. We just never know what will sell out. Marianne says, love your sweatshirt. Do you have this one, Marianne? Stampin' Up sold these, I think, last year. You could buy it during convention registration, if I'm remembering correctly. Or maybe it was, I can't remember if it was convention or leadership, but anyway. And then it took them like 6 months to get them to us, but it was worth the wait. They are such good sweatshirts. So anyway, I'm glad you like it, but I can't remember if you have one. Marianne's a sweatshirt person. She's always cold, always cold. The reason I had this album laying there was because I did, in case I had time, I was going to point out how I used that documenting the day stamp set that's free with Celebration throughout this album, and it's so perfect for scrapbooking. Like right here, what a wonderful, that's from the set. It's all in here, but of course I'm not turning to any of them at the moment, of course. Right there, One Fine Day. So that's why I had that album there. And I just had the paper pumpkin kit here to show y'all because it's really nice this month, and I have one extra right now. Anyway, specials, Celebration. It ends February 28th. Don't miss out. Don't miss out. Let me check my screens. Okay, so I'm going to talk more about the starter kit special throughout my video today because I forgot to tell y'all I'm making 3 cards today with the Handmade Designs Stamp Set. Handmade Designs. There's one way to get that stamp set, and that is with our starter kit special. But even if you can't do that because you're already a demonstrator or whatever, hopefully these cards will give you some ideas. And I'm using some new product with these cards as well that's coming out in March. So speaking of that, new product comes out in March 4th, I think. And oh, you don't, Marianne. Sorry. I don't remember if it was convention or like on stage or backstage. Anyway, yeah, I believe it's March 4th. So a week and a half, you'll be able to purchase the new products, but you can get them in that starter kit right now, today, with an incredible savings. So, but if you're a demonstrator, you can buy them right now because we get that perk. Okay, I'm going to talk about my ordering special for February, and then I'm going to point the camera down, do a little show and tell, and then get started stamping. Oh, Brittany just joined me. Hello. I thought she might today because she's been in this room the whole time. Oh, she left though. Okay, she just left. Sorry, I couldn't bring her up. Let me point the camera down. Hey, Shirley, good morning to you. Oh, before I point it down, here's the ordering special. Oh. Sorry, an alarm just went off on my phone. Here's the ordering special. It is when you place an online order with me in the month of February 2025 of $25 or more, you are going to get a free class packet to make 4 cards using the mixed florals and mixed labels bundles. I made these on a previous video. You can go check it out. $50 or more gets you the Shy Shamrock bordered ribbon as well. This is with the host code, and it ends February 28th. If your order is $150 or more, don't use the host code. I'll still give you both gifts, and Stampin' Up! Will give you at least $15 in Stampin' rewards as well. So don't use the host code in that case. Of course, if you go over 300, you'll get $66 in free merchandise plus my gifts. Okay, so let me point the camera down. Just knocked my lotion off. And these are the cards. I made these, like I mentioned, on a previous video. But we will cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible. You will stamp and assemble at home with your own supplies. We will supply the ribbon and designer paper. You will supply your embellishments if you did not earn those free the first part of the month. And here's the ribbon you'll get free. And I chose this ribbon because this one is not available yet to customers, so I couldn't, it was too difficult to include that one. Like, you'll get your pieces to cut these projects, but not a whole roll. But this ribbon matches these cards perfectly as well too, so that's just like a bonus for you. Okay, so hopefully, if you have any questions, let me know. Hopefully that makes sense. And don't forget to get your celebration items when you get your order for this. Don't forget to go $60 or more so you can get free stuff as well. I'm going to throw some lotion on my hands. I have a few items to show and tell here, including the adorable gift I got from Brenda Feldbush at my in-person classes this month. Isn't that adorable? So you see how she just glued 2 Hershey's Kisses together to make that little mouse. Adorable, Brenda. Thank you again. And I also got some awesome cards in the mail recently that I will be sharing. And let me put this thing on the screen real quick to give you that host code for this month. Thank you, Corinne. Thank you, Mary Ann. Thanks for sharing, Shirley. Good morning, Cindy. Okay, so there's the, oop, I'm going to lose an ear. It's okay. The gift from Brenda. This one is from Allison. So she sent me the card. Super cool technique, I guess. Concept is the word I was going to say. Super cool concept there. And she told me that she saw this idea on Pinterest and made a bunch and wanted to send me one. So thank you so much, Allison. Allison's always sending nice stuff like this, by the way. She's just very thoughtful. And these are layering. It's a layering tool. So you can easily figure out what do I want to put on the front of this card? No, that's a little too big. Let me go down one. And then it tells you what size it is right there. Boom. And you cut it. And then if you want to put something on top of that, you cut it. So that was really cool. She put the labels on there for me and everything. So thank you, Allison. And used all kinds of beautiful colors as well. Okay. The next card is from Linda. Linda, thank you so much. She sent this card. She sent a nice note about it, and she said it made her think of me because it was a card I sent her. And she put grateful for you in there as well as her note. So thank you, Linda. Love it. Love it. And then this one is from, I have to remember. Oh, Betty. Yes, Betty. I'm going to see Betty tonight on Bingo. And Betty is really good about sending cards as well. Just a super cute Valentine card. Thank you so much, Betty. And last but not least, this one's from Oma. Oma takes, I don't know if this one was Paper Pumpkin, but I think it was. But she takes our kits, including Paper Pumpkin, and she cuts them up and makes like 20 cards out of every Stampin' Up! Kit. And she runs, if you can see it, she'll take the printed piece from Stampin' Up! And run it through like the old subtle embossing folder or some kind of textured embossing folder. I don't know if you can see it good on the video, but it elevates the paper so much. So that's a great tip from Oma, and she just is awesome. She's really good about sending cards as well. Okay, so that was my show and tell. Thank you all for all the cards. I know, Lori, I do too. I'm the worst. I'm the worst. Okay, I did want to show last month's paper pumpkin kit, the one for this month, I guess, February, I believe, right? Yes, February. Just because if you're not a paper pumpkin subscriber, you should be. The kits are always awesome. You're going to make 9 cards with this kit. I do have 1 available. You always get the adhesive you need. You always get the embellishments. You always get a stamp set. You always get ink. It is all inclusive. So you can they make great gifts, and they're a great value. I believe they're $25 now plus tax. Shipping is included. If you subscribe, you can cancel at any time. And I think the one next month includes a free gift, actually. I think so. I don't know if I can find that quickly. Happening now. Oh, I forgot where it is. Paper pumpkin subscriptions. I think. Let me look at March. Kit comes in a beautiful floral box. That's just a picture. I feel like it comes with a gift. Does anybody remember? That did not work. I'm looking for flyers. Sorry. March's kit. Daisy Daydream. Makes 9 cards, specialty. Kit comes with a beautiful box and a free additional stamp set. Yes, so if you subscribe for March, 2nd stamp set for free. Thank you, Robin. And that will be included in March. And I think March is Stampin' Up's anniversary every year. Okay, so here's the stamp set from this kit. The best way to turn that: to a wonderful friend, sending love. For you, hello spring, happy Easter, for helping me grow. And this kit kind of coordinates with that. Look at these giant sheet of dimensionals. Here's a normal sheet of dimensionals. You get this giant sheet of dimensionals in here. Really cool. And this one kind of coordinates with the stamp set, the bundle we have in the online exclusives. That's like the seed packet one. I forgot the name. Anyway, gorgeous, right? All these elements, foiling. One of the cards is this kind of shape, almost like seed packet-esque. Here's a card base. Here's a card base. And here's a card base. There's that. And Petunia Pop ink pad. Okay, so paper pumpkin. I do have one of these available. And you get instructions, of course, as well. And there's even a ruler on the instructions. So when it tells you to use, 8, 9 inches of twine, for example, you can measure it right there. All inclusive. You need to add scissors and a clear block if you don't have a little clear block. That's it. Okay, so that's paper pumpkin. You can join the subscription. I have links in the videos. That was February's kit. I just got it personally. Yeah, I just got it. Okay, so today's cards are going to use the Handmade Designs Stamp Set. This one is free with the purchase of the starter kit if you select it only. And what am I looking for? The brochure. If you select this stamp set, you will also choose 2 sets of Stampin Write Markers in the 2 color families of your choice. So 20 markers total. They are our new Stampin Write markers. Let's grab one over here. Which are a better quality than our ones in the past. There is a different point here on the end than the old ones. It is like a bullet point. Oh my gosh. Anyway, it's not quite as thin as the old one. Little scrap of paper right here. But yet it is still thin. So there's the bullet point. There is the brush tip. It's just a better quality than the old one altogether. They are water-based markers, not alcohol. Anyway, you get 2 sets of those, the brand new Stampin' Write markers in the 2 color collections of your choice, free with the stamp set. Again, if you don't want this stamp set and the markers, you can add the $30 in product instead. Okay, so it is a great stamp set. My favorite part of it is the words and the handmade by, which I'm going to use on my cards today. And in my in-person classes, I always provide them a handmade by stamp. It says made with love, handmade, something like that. Sometimes I use retired ones because we don't have as many as we used to for sale. But my customers are used to stamping the back of their cards. And if you've ever bought a tutorial from me, you might see that it says, fold your card base in half, stamp and sign the back, set aside. I always tell them to do that first in case you stamp it the wrong direction. You can flip your card around and cover it up and have a second chance to stamp and sign the back of your card. So, hey, Callie, good morning. Pam, good morning. Cold but sunny day in Fort Worth. Yes. Okay, so, and this is a red rubber stamp set. It has 5 images in it. There is a plant. So there is the base, like a pot, a solid pot image that has little lines etched out of it. And growing out of it is a plant. So it's just leaves, no flowers. And they are outline leaf images that you can color in after stamping. There's like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 leaves, and they're pretty large, even though the whole image is small. I think, yep, that's going to be actual size. So this whole image is 2 1/4 inches tall by 1 1/2 wide, but big leaves. Okay, then there's a floral image. It is like a really large flower that is, I don't know what kind, not a rose, and not a daisy, but it's like more rose shaped, but lots of flower petals drawn on it. It's about, the flower portion is about 1 3/4, but the whole image with the leaves on bottom is about 2 1/4 tall, and the image, it's about 2 1/4 wide as well. Okay, so the leaves on bottom are solid. No, you would not be able to color those in. And then the flower is outlined, so you can color it in. And then we have the words. Thank you so very much. Have the best day. Those 2 are a very thick typewriter font. And then some of the words are cursive. So best is cursive. Have the best day, exclamation mark. Thank you is not cursive. And so very much is below it in cursive. Really pretty, really pretty. And then the handmade by, there's a thick typewriter print, handmade by, all lowercase, and then colon. And then there's a line under it to sign your name. And then it's surrounded by flowers, like, I can't think of the word when it's in a circular shape, but basically a circular shape of vines and little flowers. The leaves on these are solid, no need to color, and the flowers are open. They're little sort of daisy style, not really daisy, but I don't know, 5-petal flowers that you can color in. Okay, so that is the stamp set, Handmade Designs. The handmade by is 1 3/4 tall by 1 1/2 wide. And then have the best day is about 2 1/4 long by thank you is 2 inches long. Okay, that's the stamp set. That's how to get it. Let's make some cards with it. I'm also going to use some other products, like I said, so I will show you those as I go. This is card number 1, and it is pretty, very simple. It's not pretty simple. It's a very simple card. This is great. If anyone stumbles across this video and you have never done stamping before and you don't own any tools, this card is for you. We're going to use 1 color ink and no die cutting. No punches or anything either. We are going to use some ribbon and an embellishment, of course. And if you are new to stamping and you need help, like getting started and what should I put in my starter kit, of course, let me know. So I can help you. Okay, so, and I've got my little box of goodies here of things I'm going to use on these cards. all together. But on this card, I'm going to use some black twine here from the Baker's Twine Essentials pack. And I'm going to put some butterflies on it. These butterflies are actually free with a $60 purchase right now, or you can buy them if you prefer. But they are free with Celebration right now. They're brushed brass butterflies. And I have another pack here to use. And that's all I'm using from here on this card. It's a basic black card base. And let's say, I don't know, I got ahead of myself. So it's basic black. It's 5.5 by 8.5 inches. I took my 8.5 by 11 cardstock and cut it in half. That's going to give you 2 cards out of 1 piece of paper. They're both going to fit into the invitation or medium Stampin' Up envelope. And measuring's easy. Math is easy, measuring's easy, but also it's economical because 2 cards out of 1 piece of paper. So I'm just going to use my bone folder to fold it in half. And this card will go up and down portrait. So that is my card base. See how it fits into the envelope. Now my favorite envelope is these clear ones that we sell, because everybody, you can show off better with these. That's the reason. Okay. My next layer is, I have a piece for the inside. My next layer is Melon Mambo. Now I'm going to have the measurements for all these cards on the blog, stamptherapist.com, at 11 a.m. Central. But Melon Mambo will go next. And then this next piece right here is designer paper. So this is a brand new designer paper that comes out March 4th, or you can get it in your starter kit right now today. Here's the back side. This is the gorgeous, lovely Garden 12 by 12 designer paper. Here's the item code so you can add it to your starter kit, 165524. My camera loves not to focus. 165524. Lovely Gardens. I showed this on my video, I think that was last week, when I showed my new products at the end. It's florals, it's bright colors. Some of the patterns on the back are black and white, and this is one of them. Now the other side of this particular black and white pattern is gorgeous with these, a black background with very large different flowers in purples, blues, and pinks, and of course green for the greenery. But we're going to use the black and white side, so I'll describe that in a second. But this is the paper that I am using. You can buy March 4th or right now if you're a demonstrator. And the pattern I'm using is all white, and then it just has thin black lines drawn on it both directions. It makes like an abstract plaid, basically. I don't know if plaid's the right word, but it has lines going both directions. There's larger widths and smaller widths between, and some of the lines are very close together or touching and overlapping, and some are not, and they're not straight lines. It's like you had the ruler going wonky every time you drew a line. So it's really cool. That's our next layer. I have a piece of white to go on the inside of the card because it's a black card base. And then these 2 pieces here, a basic white and a melon mambo. And I chose melon just to give this a pop of color with the black and white, and also because pink. I got to be team pink on this one. And the black or the white piece will be placed on the card portrait up and down, and it is a rectangle. And then the melon mambo is just a little bit bigger than that. Measurements, blog, 11 a.m. Central. Okay, so for stamping on this card, first of all, I'm going to stamp and sign the back. So I'm going to open the card up. You can open it or leave it closed, but make sure you know the direction of your card before you stamp and sign the back. I'm going to grab my white ink pad. This is my old one because it still works, but if you buy it now, it'll be in the new body style. Also, if you buy it now, it won't have ink in it. It will come with the ink refill, and you will fill it up yourself. White is a craft ink, well, what we used to call craft, which means it's like a paint. What is it called? Pigment. It's a pigment ink. So it's going to take a minute to dry. So don't touch it right away. Stamp it and let it dry. Or you can heat set if you prefer. White ink. Handmade by. And then I am going to use, I forgot it's in here, a white gel pen. Stampin' Up! Does not carry these anymore. I've got them in my Amazon store for you. If you need a white gel pen, go to my Amazon link. It's in the video right now. And I'm going to wipe this off with a baby wipe. I'm going to use these ones Mary Ann gave me, the baby sharks, because I don't want to get that white ink. It's like a paint. It's not that big a deal, but it's not the same as putting water-based ink on your chamois or whatever you clean your stamps with. So I just use a baby wipe to get the bulk of that off, and then I'll clean it like normal. So grab this chamois now. You don't really have to stress if that ink dries on your stamp. It'll still come off later, by the way. It is a pigment ink if you're ever dealt with those. Okay. And I'm going to sign my name. I always like to make sure that's going to work. The gel pen, you know how sometimes they have a little dried ink on the end or whatever. And I don't have a good signature. I don't have a cute signature, but anyway, I'm going to set this aside to dry. Doesn't that look cute? Yes. Okay. Now, for this card, I'm going to stamp on the inside and this piece here. I'm just going to use black ink. I'm using Memento Black, which comes in an ink pad like this. If you buy it, it comes like this, and it's already inked up, and you can press really hard on this because it's firm. It's hard. But I took the white ink pad that comes with no ink in it, and I filled it up with black ink from an ink refill of Memento Black and made my own pad. I like this one better. Let me show you. This is what you get if you buy the white pad uninked. Oops. Well, mine is still in the plastic here. I mean, this is another one I bought. But you get a white ink refill and a pad with no ink in it. So technically you can use this to mix up inks and put whatever you want in it. Now, I'm not going to mix any other inks in here. I'm only using it for black. But long story short, this will be a foam pad that's real squishy. And it sinks down really low when you stamp into it. So you need to be gentle on this one if you make that. However, I find that I get, over time with the other pad, the black lightens up and it's hard to re-ink it. With the foam, it's not difficult to re-ink. It takes the ink and makes your stuff dark black again. That was a long story short. Long. Okay. So all I need to do is tap on here. Tap, tap, tap. Don't press hard, just like our any color ink pad, red, blue, green, Mellow Mambo, whatever. Tap, tap, tap. Don't press hard. But you can tap as many times as you want to get a good amount of inking. And I'm going to stamp this flower up here at the top in black. So this is just going to be black and white. Very simple. Yes, Betty. Oh, I meant to say I went into more detail about that back on April 4th, 2024 on the Everyday Details video at 56 minutes. You can just skip to that. I have it in the timestamps as well. Okay, so there's that. And then we're going to say, have the best day ever. And I drew this line or this arrow on this clear block to remind me that the stamp, the way mine's mounted and whatever, it's going to stamp lower than I think, or higher than I think. So I need to put it lower than I think I should, if that makes sense. So again, I tapped, and I just put, have the best day ever. I put the flower at the top of the rectangle, the words at the bottom. And then I'm just going to ink up this flower stamp again by tapping. You don't want to press hard because that will get ink. It'll make a huge mess because of the foam. And I'm just going to stamp this flower down in the bottom right-hand corner of the inside white cardstock. I'm going to go ahead and clean this stamp off, because I'm going to do something different with it on another card. This one I'm using I could use the chamois as well, but I'm going to use my chamois rag that comes with the Glass Mat Studio. So that's clean for the next project I'm going to do. Pretty left a hair for me, so yay. Yes, Betty, I agree. You get more ink with our foam pads goes onto the stamps. And that's what she's saying, why it looks so solid black. More ink goes onto the stamp, but everybody don't forget that only happens when you tap lightly all around multiple times instead of pushing hard. When you push hard, you actually use physics and push the ink off of the rubber stamp. I'm looking for adhesive. Okay, so put this card together. Again, it's very simple. Going to attach this inside piece inside. Got a little border there. I will attach the designer paper to the Melon Mambo. I bet if this was in a class, some people would put this pattern facing front. Just remember, if you're new, this is a great beginner project. I'm not showing how to cut with a paper cutter, but I can show that on another video if needed. Okay, before I attach this pink, white to the pink, I'm going to tie the twine around. I actually have so much of this twine. So here's a used black one already, but with the Baker's Twine Essentials pack, you get 5 colors, and black is one of them. So I'm just going to wrap this around the white paper about 3 times down here between the greeting and the flower. And I'm just going to tie it in a knot to this left side. I do not know why I spun that around like that. It wasn't necessary. I'm going to grab some reverse tweezers. We do sell these in our Embossing Editions toolkit, and also you may have some laying around your house, but that will just hold that twine there while I tie my bow or knot. In this case, just a knot. One time. That holds it in place for you instead of having to have someone put their finger there for you. And then we'll just trim it. Okay, I'm going to attach. I'm just using Stampin' Seal. It is a tape runner. You press and pull. You don't press super hard. And when you pull, or when you get to the end, you kind of go to the side a little bit to break it off. And I'm just going to attach the white paper to the melon paper at an angle. So any angle you want. And then add more adhesive on the back of the melon and attach this to the card front. Now I am going to attach this down so that the white ends up being straight. Kind of in the middle, no big deal. It does not need to be perfect. And then oh, butterflies. I got distracted because I turned my heater down. I actually got warm. I got warm in this 19-degree weather. I've got my Take Your Pick tool to add some butterflies, brushed brass butterflies, a large one and a couple of small ones. So top right of the flower and then bottom left of the flower, not the words. And that is card number 1. So simple. Yeah, it's simple. That's what we're going to say about it. Easy, mass produce, easy, pretty, pop of color, geometric, all the stuff. Here's my original one. And don't forget, we got to stamp the back and sign it. Sandy, first time catching me live from Vegas. Love the card. Thank you, Sandy. I'm glad to see you as a first timer. Susie, good morning. Haven't seen you on video for a while. Hi, Susie. I'm going to be on next week. Yes, Betty. Hopefully you will win tonight and you can get your white pad like that. Yes, girl. I hope it's orderable. I know the black is not orderable temporarily right now. Let me look. Let me look. Where is Stampin' Up? Oh my gosh. I'm going to search real quick. White. Okay, good. Oh, uninked stamp pad is low inventory. The white uninked is low inventory, everybody. Now, it may be something that's been low inventory for a while. I don't know. But okay, that was card number 1. Let's do card number 2. Card number 2. Also going to use some new product on this one. This card number 2 has a basic white card base. Basic white. So let me fold that in half. Can the butterflies be colored with blends? Ooh, that's a good question, Martha. I'm pretty sure yes, as far as the material. The question would be, would the color be dark enough to cover up the gold? So that would be a test and see. But I'm pretty sure what Martha's asking is, can you color the butterflies with blends? They are alcohol markers, so they will stick to a non-porous surface. But like daffodil obviously wouldn't on there. But you would use the pointed end, not the brush tip, and color on top of the gold. And so, yeah, I would think like dark blues, maybe dark purple, maybe melon mambo, but I'm not sure, you know, just as far as the other colors showing through. Maybe it's worth testing. Cindy, first time watching. I love it. Yay. Yes, exactly, Betty. Have the black refill. That's good. That's good. Okay, this is a basic white card base. I folded it in half, and it is going to be portrait. The next pieces are Old Olive, which I cut out a label that I'm going to use on the card from that piece there. I'll talk about that in a second. So Old Olive layer. The next one on top of that is Soft Sea Foam. Then we have this label, which I pre-die cut from these guys right here. Perennial postage dies. Perennial postage. Then I have a piece of basic white to go on top of that. All these measurements will be over on the blog at 11 a.m. Central. And then this strip of basic white is an exact size. It is 5/8 by 4. 5/8 by 4. And then I have a scrap of Old Olive cardstock here. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is stamp on this piece of Soft Sea Foam. Ooh, that name does not want to stay in my brain today. Soft Sea Foam. So for that, I'm going to use this brand new stamp called Painted Stripes. It's so cool. Look at it. Look at it. It's a background stamp. It is actually a little bit larger than the front of a card base. Painted Stripes. By the way, this card is beginner friendly also, with the exception of the die cutting, but you could totally just cut a piece of Old Olive to go behind the white. You don't have to have a die cut shape. Okay, so I've laid this stamp upside down on my surface here, and I'm going to ink it up in Old Olive ink. This is how I have always done my background stamps. I learned it from, I don't know what, how, who, but I learned it from other demonstrators at least 23 years ago. But you just tap all over. And of course, with our new pads, you definitely want to tap. And we used to rub and hit. Now we just tap. But again, you can tap as many times as you want or need, depending on how much ink is in your pad, how light the color is, whatever. Anyway, that should be fine. It's Old Olive ink. And then you lay your cardstock on the stamp. You can see to center it or place it in the part you want, depending on the image. But don't shift it once you lay it down. So that's it. And then I place scratch paper on top of that and rub one side and switch hands and rub the other side. And that's it. This gives you enough pressure versus trying to stamp it this way and align it when the paper disappears under your sight. So you can't tell if it's still straight. And you can't, it's difficult. I should not say you can't, but it's difficult to get even pressure. So you just pick it up and you have your stripes. I think it's going to go like this on my card. And they're all distressed like that on purpose. It's supposed to look painted or watercolored. And yeah, it's gorgeous. I could see also, honestly, I should have thought about this for today's video, because, you know, you want to get this handmade design set free with your starter kit. And I should have thought about this, but I'm thinking of it now. But I could see this looking cool with markers to get different colors of stripes. Now, you cannot use alcohol markers on your stamps. Just like Martha just said, you can color this with your alcohol markers. You can color embellishments. You would just be coloring your stamp a color, but the ink would not transfer because it dries too fast. Alcohol markers are like a Sharpie. But water-based markers, on the other hand, you could do. So let me grab, I don't know what colors go good together. Melon. I'll just do these three, whatever. Now, if this looks dumb, it's because I'm in a rush. I'm drying this water. Let's do some brush tip, Coastal Cabana. So you can ink up your stamps with the water-based markers. This does work better on a rubber stamp. Full disclosure. Photopolymer don't take marker ink as well. They will take it. And if you stamp in Versamark first, that can help. But I'm trying to smooth this out. I can still see the line. So we'll see how this is going to look. That's a really large surface area. Lemon lime twist. But I would imagine this could look cool on the right design of a card. But I didn't think of this yesterday when I was designing these cards. This is just a random, Jennifer's testing something out. Whenever you, and I am going to use markers on a card today, but that's not this. Whenever you do markers on a card, water-based markers only, not alcohol-based, the ink just naturally dries faster. So you have to breathe on it, or we used to call it huffing. Breathe on it to re-moisten the ink right before you stamp. So let me grab paper. So I'm going to bring it up to my mouth and breathe. I want to quickly place this down and just see what happens. But I can see this being a cool technique. Thank you, Eleanor. Definitely cards do not have to be complicated to look elegant. I agree. Just see. Yes. Oh my goodness. Yes. And the reason I'm so excited about that is I am not good at doing that by hand with a water painter. Nothing. I'm not good at doing that by hand. So imagine if we had painted those colors or more all the way down, how cool that could look. So there's another way to use your water-based markers. Okay. Let me wipe that off in case I don't know what I'm going to do next with this. So. Okay. But long story short, painted stripes, you can get it March 4th or today with your starter kit. Or today if you're a demonstrator. Next, we are going to stamp the plant image for this card. And what I'm going to do first is ink up mainly just the pot in Old Olive. I'm okay if I get a little bit of the stems, but I just need the little pot, plant pot, whatever the correct word is. And I'm going to stamp that in Old Olive ink on the Old Olive scrap. Then I'm going to clean this stamp off. Always clean your stamps between colors so you don't mess up your ink pads. And then in Memento Black, tap, tap, tap. Don't press too hard. Don't go crazy. And I'm going to stamp the plant right in the center of this basic white rectangle. Well, it's a little low, but pretend that's in the center. And last but not least, I'm going to add my greeting. Have the best day ever on the strip of basic white. I need to clean it because I stamped in black, and now I want to stamp in Old Olive. And this will be right in the center of this white strip. Place the stamp a little lower than it visually needs to be, because I know that will put it in the right position based on my personal stamp. Isn't that greeting so cute? Oh, love it. Okay. That's that. By the way, I stamped the plant here in Memento ink, just like that flower earlier. Memento ink is water-based, and alcohol markers are alcohol-based. Stampin' Blends are alcohol-based. So you can color on top of Memento ink water-based with the alcohol markers, and that black ink won't bleed all over. I am combining two different colors here, Old Olive and Soft Seafoam. When you buy any color of a Stampin' Blend, you get light and dark. So I have a light and dark Old Olive, and I own a light and dark Soft Seafoam. For this card, I'm going to color these leaves in Old Olive Light and Soft Seafoam Dark. So I'm going to take my Old Olive Light, use the brush tip, the fine point, and just go over these black veins that were stamped on these sort of roundish leaves. They're like oblong, ovalish, roundish. And then dark soft seafoam all over the whole thing, including the dark part, to blend those two together. It's not blending them to make a new color. It's blending them to have shadows that don't weirdly just look like a blob of dark in the middle of your card. And then you can go back and add more dark, add more light. Alcohol markers do bleed through to the other side. Hold on, I just remembered I forgot to stamp the back of my card. You gotta let me, don't forget that. Unlike water-based markers, they don't bleed through as bad if you don't do too much. Let me check something as I say that, see if it's true. Yes, they don't bleed through too much if you don't do too much on water-based. This is just very simple coloring that I'm doing. But what I love about alcohol markers is the way they blend together, and all of the streaks blend out and disappear, whether you're using one color or two or more. It makes me be able to color nicely. Okay, so there's that. Then I'm going to hand cut out, should have kept the glasses on, the little pot. Ugh. Hot mess. The pot is like oval on bottom, straight on the top. And I stamped it in Old Olive on Old Olive, but it has little details that don't get ink, so it is still two-tone. that. And then I will attach that to the black one with Stampin' Dimensionals. I got my little mini Stampin' Dimensionals, my favorites. Use them. I use them for everything. And uh-oh, Sandy just lost the sound. Can everybody else still hear? You probably can't hear Sandy, but if you can hear, I would close the app and come back in. I'm trying to see if anyone else can not hear me. Anyway, just attach that right on top of that one so it will be green now. Okay, let me stamp the back of my card. So for this one, I'm going to keep stamping the back simple. I'm going to use Old Olive ink. Okay, cool. Carol, thank you. Old Olive. Tap, tap, tap. And then I'll take my Old Olive Stampin' Write marker. Again, I don't want to use a blend because it will bleed through to the inside. And sign my name, Jennifer, with that bullet point. You don't have to match the color. You can use a pen if you want, but we always like to match them in my classes. Let me clean this because I don't remember what color it is on the next card. Okay, now before, let me check. Yes, before I attach the stripes to the Old Olive cardstock here, I'm going to add ribbon. So for this one, I'm going to use the striped iridescent trim, or iridescent stripe trim. Maybe that's what it's called. Okay, so I'm going to wrap it all the way around my card. I mean, well, all the way around this piece, the soft seafoam that has the stripes stamped on it. This will be a portrait card, portrait. So I'm wrapping the ribbon around from left to right. Use my reverse tweezers again. Mine are from the Embossing Editions Toolkit. Now this time I am purposely flipping the project upside down to tie the bow. It's just a normal bow so that the bow comes out right side up on the project. The bow is on the left side. Of the card, and I will still be able to adjust this up and down, left and right as needed before I finalize it. Just to show you that iridescent ribbon. Okay, so I'm going to attach the, where do I put the adhesive? I'm going to attach the stamped pot image, flower pot, to the, I think that's the wrong side. Hold on. Yep. Die cut label, flat. And then before I glue anything down, I want to see if that ribbon is where I want it. I'm going to have this greeting going across the bottom, just flat on the card there. Have the best day. And then my flower pot will go above that toward the right, and the ribbon runs under it. So I do want to move this ribbon up a little and to the right a little. Yep, I like all that better. So now the ribbon's where it needs to be, so I can go ahead and attach this soft seafoam to my card, or to my Old Olive layer. And then it's my laptop. Dang it. Sandy says she has to call her IT guy, her daughter. Exactly. That is exactly right. Maybe the closed caption might be working for you. It seems to be working on my iPad. Let me see if I cut this the right size. Okay, I did. I don't know. It's a really tight squeeze the way I'm doing this. Maybe it's me. I think it's me. Never mind. Okay, so yeah, you do have a really skinny white border there. Oh, I did that upside down. It's been a while since I've done that. Either way, there's a really skinny white border when you attach this old olive to the white card base. The bow should be on the left. Not that it's the end of the world. Nobody would have known if I changed it. I mean, y'all would have, but whoever we give the card to won't know. I'm going to add adhesive to this greeting and add dimensionals to the back of the label. And that's my silicone craft sheet. That just keeps excess adhesive from my work surface. Like when I'm putting it on something skinny like this and I might easily run off the edge. It just magically disappears when you have the silicone underneath. So this one about here. Have the best day. I keep wanting to say ever, but have the best day is right there, flat. Then here's the plant. And then I am going to add some pearls to finish this off. But it is a simple card again. I love that painted stripes stamp. You can do it with colors with your water-based markers. And the pearls I'm going to add, this is my first time using these. They are from the mini catalog that's out right now. They're called Antique Pearls. And they are really pretty. They're kind of like an off-white yellowish tint. Maybe you could call them vanilla. I don't know how they describe them in the catalog. But putting them with this green, and they kind of have an iridescent vibe as well. They're not too thick, so they're not going to bulk up your cards too much. And yeah, they just went really nice with this card. So there's 3 sizes in here, actually: large, medium, and small. You get a ton of pearls. I'm going to add a medium on the bottom right of the white piece that has a plant on it, and then a small down there as well, and then one more small up here top left of the plant on the white part. And that's it. Just have the best day ever. Have the best day. Got our little pearls, and that's what that card looks like. We stamped the back. There it is. Cindy, watching on 2 different devices. On one card 2 is already finished. On the other, it's way behind. That's hilarious. I think on YouTube, when you're watching live videos, you can pause and rewind during the live, I think. And so probably YouTube is the one that's behind, which I think is a cool feature because, like, sometimes we get busy when we're trying to watch these lives. Let me pause that and go do work, and then I'll come back. Thank you, Tyra. Okay, last card. My favorite card. Last but not least. We're done with painted stripes. Okay, last card is basic white card base. Let me fold it. Five and a half by 8.5, fold in half. Portrait as well, so all 3 cards are portrait today. Let me go ahead and stamp the back. So I'm going to stamp it in Old Olive ink. I just never do this on videos, but like I said, in my classes, I always supply them, and I always put it in my written instructions. There's one class where I don't supply it due to there's too many projects and I don't have enough stamps, but otherwise I always supply it and put it in the instructions. Now on this one, it's a white base. We're stamping it on the back, and this is that stamp I described earlier. So on this one, and based on the colors on the front, I am going to color in the flowers just real quick with not the alcohol marker, because I don't want it to bleed through to the inside of my card. So I'm going to use the Peach Pie Stampin' Blend and just color in these little flowers real quick. Now, normally I would honestly not take the time to do this, but I think most people are not making cards in massive quantities, and like you would have time to do this if you wanted to, I think. This is just quick coloring with the bullet point end of this marker, Peach Pie, and it's very simple. These little 5-petal flowers, they're drawn real irregular, like each one's a little different, like just hand drawn real quick, super cute. Then the leaves are perfect and they're solid, so it's a nice little mix there. And then I will sign my name. I'm going to use the old olive marker. Yes. And that's on the front of the card. So I did that on purpose. I'm lying. That I'm just kidding, but I did that on purpose so I can show you. Now we're going to cover that up and we have to do it again. You have to pay attention to what you're doing. It's literally why, though, y'all know, if you ever come, especially if you used to come to my classes years ago when I gave all the speeches at the beginning, that's why we stamp the front, stamp and sign the back first, because you might stamp it on the wrong side or upside down or the wrong direction. Just leave it there. I think I'm about to use it. Color these flowers one more time in case you missed it the first time. Yeah, so we all make mistakes, right? Can't think of anything to talk about. I want to fix my error here. After this video, I will be doing my preparations to do the bingo tonight. And then I'm also preparing another email that'll be going out today. I can't say what it is, but watch your emails. Watch your emails. Okay, that's the same thing on the back side. Okay, next up, sorry, all the pieces for this card. We have, it just isn't me to like glue a card face upside down. I love it, V. I did that today too. That's true. I did all the things today. Okay, our next layer is Pool Party. Pool Party for the front of this card to cover up where we stamped the wrong thing. Then I'm using a different designer paper on this card. This one is Delight. I always forget the name of this one. Floral Delight. Floral Delight. This one's from the mini catalog. I've used it. I believe I've used it on a video. I know I've probably shown it and given the description. It's mostly yellows. So I want to call it Daffodil Delight in my head, but it's Floral Delight. This paper I'm using does have a Pool Party background and then yellow flowers and green leaves on it, but there's lots of yellow flowers. It's gorgeous. It goes with the whole Delightful Wishes bundle and suite in the catalog, and it's gorgeous. The piece I'm using, like I said, has a Pool Party background. It's called Floral Delight, suite and designer paper. pool party background, and the yellow flowers all over. Yellow and peach pie, actually, and old olive leaves. Okay, so that's your next layer on top of the pool party. And then we have a piece of peach pie. This is a rectangle. It's a pretty long strip rectangle that will go down the center of this card. And then on top of that is a piece of pool party cardstock that is corrugated. Yes, so that's going to use the brand new, my brand new favorite embossing folder, the mini corrugated embossing folder. So cute. It's 6 by 6. It's thick, the 3D kind, so you do need the new cutting plate that we've had for years now, but it's new to some people still, the thick gray one or blue one. And guess how you can get it? Demonstrators or in the starter kit right now, and then it'll be available March 4th if you're neither of those things. Love the Floral Delight. Ooh, and not usually a yellow person. Love it, Pat. It is gorgeous paper. Angela, good morning in Idaho. Thank you, Angela. Very nice of you. GN, I know, GN, let's hope, but you know, our hopes aren't that high, are they? We're having mail problems in a couple of states here. I take my dimensionals off row by row. Looks like yours. Bugs me when someone doesn't on my stuff. Julie, same. But every time I start new dimensionals, personally, I start off crazy. And then I'm like, oh yeah, these need to be in a perfect row. And sometimes my rows go this way and sometimes they go this way. But I always end up doing the rows, but I always start them crazy. It's a weird. And then, yes, if I use any from a class, like I use them in a class and let them do it, and then I start using them, I start making it be perfect rows as quick as I can. It's funny. So what do y'all do? Do you just randomly take off dimensionals, or do you have to keep them in a like straight, whatever it would be called? I don't know. Okay, last but not least on this card, we have a white circle. I'll show you that die in a second. And a piece of white. It's like a 1 inch by 2 1/4 rectangle there for my greeting. I cut 2 squares in case I mess this up, because it's not complicated, but it's a little tricky technique. 2 circles I cut, but I only need 1. This is a like 2 3/4 inch circle. It's from Spotlight on Nature dies right there. Spotlight on Nature. There's actually 2 whole sheets, 12 circle dies in this packet. So make sure you check that out. Spotlight on Nature. There's also a bundle with a really pretty stamp set that you can get that 10% off with. Okay, so I need to stamp this flower. Hold on. It's in the, yeah, right here. The flower, again, the only flower in the stamp set. And then my greeting is going to say, thank you so very much. I need black ink as well. Okay, so my greeting is going to be in Memento Black. Again, tap, tap, tap on this pad because it's the one I made. If you're using regular Memento Black pad, which is perfectly fine, but you can press a lot harder. This will go on this little rectangle of white. And again, it's just such an awesome, my white looks like it has something on it, but anyway, it's just such an awesome font. So awesome. Okay, now for the flower, how did I do this? Yes, I'm going to do the black first. So I want to stamp the flower in black, Memento Black, which we don't have a marker for. Though I wonder if I could use my marker. I'll show you this technique, but I probably could have used my black marker. I don't know. I'm scared to try it right now, but since I did not practice that. So I'll show you this way, but you probably could use your black marker. I can test it for us after. Find it. These are the old markers, by the way. The old fine point tip it would dry out so much faster. This one, none of mine have dried out yet. Knock on wood. I hope Okay, this is the new black one. I'll try to remember to try that in a second. But let me show you this. So I'm going to grab Scotch tape. And I'm going to tape off the leaves and the stem. This can be a little messy. You might get ink on your hands. Okay, so I taped off those leaves. Now I'm going to ink this up in Memento Black on the pad. And this is why it can get messy, because now you need to remove the tape. You can also just omit the leaves altogether this way, but we're going to add ink to the leaves. So I'm going to throw this away. And then I'm going to take my Old Olive marker, Stampin Write marker, free with the starter kit right now. Morgan's calling me about my loan eligibility, in case anybody needs to know. Morgan calls me about 5 times a day about my loan eligibility. Okay. So you can see I'm just inking this up. I'm trying to smooth out. I don't know if you can see that, but the lines, like you can see the lines where the strokes where you did the marker. I'm trying to smooth those out. Then I will breathe on this whole thing and stamp it on this circle. You can't hear me breathing because it's like instead of, if that makes sense, not blow, but breathe. Beautiful. I got a little light on my leaves, but it's okay. Let me wipe this off real quick and just check this black marker situation. Might as well put it to the test. Okay, dry this off on scratch paper. Linda Carver, I use that trick too, usually with washi tape. Good point there. Washi tape instead of Scotch tape. I never even thought of that, to be honest. Who knows? Probably because the first time I learned it was with, regular tape, and so that was all my brain told me. I'm gonna do, the Old Olive first. I'm just gonna test this real quick. This is like a testing video today. This is the olden way we used to do these also, which you still can do. Just ink up the whole thing with markers. And I always, when we do this, I always start with the lighter color marker first and then move to the darker and the darker and the darker. You can do as many markers as you want. The reason I start with lightest is because now if the tip of my black marker touches that green ink, this marker is not going to get messed up. But if this one touches the black ink, it could get black on it. So if avoidable, I avoid it. So I'm going to do the black marker. This is the basic black marker, which I believe is sold separately. You can just buy one black marker. You cannot buy one Old Olive marker. It only comes in the set. But you can buy the black marker on its own, the Stampin Write marker. I'm definitely using visuals to see that I got the black everywhere. Breathe. Okay, I'm going to write marker. Okay, so there we go. Pretty much looks the same. This one a little bit lighter, but I also went up into that embossed section, so it's not really lighter actually. It's just, in that cut section of the die. Okay, so I'm going to color in the flower now with Stampin' Blends. And again, I'm mixing 2 colors. I have dark Daffodil Delight and light Peach Pie. I'm going to use peach as my dark color. And I'm just going to put some peach in the center and then kind of just real loosely go around the lines that Stampin' Up! Has drawn on these petals. There's tons of squiggly lines that loosely make up an image where petals would go, or where petals are, but I was trying to describe this for my blind customers, and I know I'm doing a terrible job because I don't know what kind of flower it is. Okay, there's my peach pie light, and then dark. Oh, maybe I did. I think this is how I did it. And then light daffodil all over. So it will include going over the dark. Maybe I did it opposite. I literally can't remember. But either way, if I did it opposite, you would still go over the whole thing with your second color, including the first color. Color over the first color. I'm using the pointed end, the bullet, but you could use the brush tip for this section. This brush tip is all dried out. That's why I didn't use it. It's all dried out. That's from classes, not from Stampin' Up. I do lots of classes where I supply the blends, and the lighter colors can get much lighter, much faster. I think this is how I colored it. This daffodil is drying out a little bit. I'm coloring longer than normal because it's drying out a little bit, so I'm just filling in the holes, but it still looks great. Great, great, great. Nancy, good morning. I see my word trick was trying. Oh, yeah, I use that trick too. Yeah, Linda, I wasn't 100% sure, but I knew you didn't mean to say truck. I'm just going to see how we do here on this black marker. Yep, it's fine. The black is not bleeding, which it shouldn't because that's water-based, but I was just a little nervous. So you can totally do the marker for this as well and then color with your blends. I don't want to color the whole thing just due to time, but you see nothing bled on that black one. So that's the marker. This is the memento ink. So there you go. We know we can do the marker as well. Okay, we have all our pieces. Let's put this card together. I'm going to use some low inventory, I think, Daffodil Delight ribbon. This is the most, I feel. Oh, yeah, it's still low inventory right now. Let me refresh this page. Low inventory. Also, the tiny bee trinkets are low inventory. I'm using both of these on this page. A card, I should say. Low inventory, get them while you can. All right, let's put it together. Yeah, we're ready. So every time I get ready to put them together, I don't know where my adhesive is. I'm going to attach the gorgeous designer paper to the pull party. I'm having trouble seeing today. Okay, and then that pull party goes on the card base. So as a reminder, when I stamped and signed the back of my card, I did it on the wrong side. No problem. We'll just cover it up. Nothing bled through, so we're safe. That's why you stamp that first. Now I will attach the corrugated pull party cardstock. Put a little more adhesive than normal since it's corrugated to the peach pie cardstock. These are two long rectangles that will go on the front here in the center. And just a reminder that corrugated folder is new. So you can get it in the starter kit or March 4th. And all those online exclusives are always considered while supplies last. So keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind. You've been warned. They lately don't sell out that quickly, but you never know. Okay, I'm attaching the circle with the flower on it flat on top of the corrugated cardstock. Then I'm going to tie my Daffodil Delight satin ribbon, which is low inventory right now, in a bow. So I'm going to do bunny ears bow, 2 bunny ears, lots of space in between the 2 ears. I have a loop or a bunny ear in each hand, one left, one right, between my forefinger and thumb. My forefinger and thumbs are pointing at me, meaning, or the purpose of that is if I pointed them away, it will twist and turn the ribbon, which you don't want. You want to keep it as flat as possible. If you let it go, it should be flat. It should not look like this. And then you take your right loop, in this case anyway, since I'm right-handed, my right loop is going to come toward my body in front of the left loop. Cross them over, push that right loop or bunny ear into the rabbit hole and pull, keeping the ribbon, again, from twisting and turning as much as possible to have a nice flat bow. And this will be kind of a medium-sized bow. So just adjust as needed and then trim. I have no waste on the one side that was attached to the roll, but the other side I need to trim a little. Kind of messed that up, but it's okay. It's okay. Sorry, I dropped my scissors, and if I don't pick them up now, I'll forget, and then I'll think I lost my scissors. Okay, this bow is going to go, actually, let me do this real quick. The bow is going to go kind of down here on the white circle under the greeting, sort of like that. I want to grab my liquid glue real quick and add liquid glue where I'm going to put 3 tiny bee trinkets so it can dry for a second while I'm doing this other stuff. I'm going to put a bee trinket there, here. So one by the white, on the white by the flower to the right of it, and a couple down here in the pool party at the bottom. This is the multi-purpose liquid glue. And when you're putting an embellishment like this down with that liquid glue, if you let it dry down for a minute, it will become more tacky and the embellishments won't slip and slide as much, hopefully. Okay, I'm going to grab a mini glue dot here. Don't touch the dot if at all possible. Place that ribbon under the corner, top left corner of that greeting. Then I will add Stampin' Dimensionals to the greeting. I always get confused here. It's bottom. Maybe I'll add a little adhesive on the top right corner of the greeting where it will touch the ribbon. Oh, I might sneeze. I want "thank you so very much" to go almost to the excuse me, right edge of the designer paper, but not quite. Again, it overlaps that bow. And then I will use the putty end of my Take Your Pick tool. You just turn this little thing. It's kind of hard to turn, and it should be. And then wait, and putty should ooze out the top. And then you smush it down, and it's sticky. And you can use that to pick up loose embellishments. And lots of people use it to also pick up the sticky embellishments. That does not work for me, but I don't have those kind of skills. You can use the putty in for whatever you want. Let's stick our bees on there. And that is card number 3. Da, da, da. Thank you, Cindy. Tyra, thank you. Thanks, Tyra. Thanks, Corinne. So that's card number 3. Don't forget we stamped the back. How cute. So here's my original. Here's the back. Thank you, Betty. This was my favorite card as well, I must say. Okay, so today we made 3 cards. Handmade Design Stamp Set. Lots of other stuff. We stamped the back of each one. Because this, I mean, you can stamp it with any, of course, any stamp set. I mean, any handmade die that you have, but this one comes with one. These are the 3 we made. If you feel like it, let me know which one's your favorite. Don't forget, I have the recipe cards for these 3 cards over on my blog in 10 minutes at 11 a.m. Central, stamptherapist.com, right there, stamptherapist.com. This is the Handmade Design Stamp Set, which is free with the starter kit purchase, which also gets you on my awesome team of amazing people who like to stamp, whether for fun, for their discount, for whatever reason they want, because it's not my business why you want to get the starter kit. Thank you, Julie. Green is Becky's favorite. Love it. And if not, you can take these patterns, these sketches, these layouts, and make, add other images. And it's totally easy to recreate with any stamps you have. Love the yellow. The green is my favorite. Tyra's favorite was number 3. Lori loved the yellow. Definitely the yellow. Deborah, thank you. Pat, number 3. Lori, all cards. Lori, you're the best. Thank you. Love them all, but 3 is my fave. Cindy. Betty, this one was her 3rd. Xana, good morning, by the way. Nancy, good morning. Did I miss anybody? If I missed you, it's my fault. Sandy got her sound fixed. Woohoo! Random, I have too many scroll moments. Girl, join the club. Lori, yellow is the best. Lori loves yellow. Pat. If I missed saying hi to anybody as you came on, that's my fault, but I apologize. Jennifer, love the green. Thank you. Cindy, number 3. Woohoo. Also, just a quick reminder, celebration ends. I know I said it 50 times today, but celebration ends February 28th. I have lots of samples. I'll probably share these next week, all using celebration products. Actually, just the exclusive ones. I didn't even think about pulling samples from the other stuff. I've got a couple here from this one, the one of the newer ones that they added. Forgot the name. Natural Botanicals. A couple samples in that, and I have a million butterfly samples. That butterfly set, I don't even think I need to show you a sample. If you don't have it and you want to get it free, you should, because it's amazing. But I have tons of samples here using products from Celebration that ends February 28th, and you can get those products free with purchase until that point. There's another sample with the nature one. And yeah, any other questions, just let me know. Thank you, Linda. Love number 2, green. I'm glad y'all like that one. I really liked personally, where did I put it? The idea, I don't know where I set it down, but using that stripe stamp and markering different colors on it to get that effect. Here it is. I thought that was pretty cool as well. I'm sure, I don't know if anybody's already done that yet, but I know they will. It takes my brain a minute to catch up to stuff sometimes, especially lately. I don't get all the ideas at one time anymore. It's like over a 6-month period or something. But anyway, all right, have a great day. I'm gonna see a lot of y'all on bingo tonight, so I'm very excited for that, and we will have fun. And otherwise, hopefully I'll see you next Thursday at 9 a.m. Central for our next weekly free live video. Thank you, Cindy. Thanks, Eleanor. This is my very favorite. Which one's Eleanor? The last one? I can't tell. Eleanor is a purple team, by the way. Team Purple. See her purple musical notes. Thanks, Lori. Bye.